On today's Daily Slab, we are going to be talking about Nikola Jokic and his playoff pedigree. We are also going to be covering an interesting trend I saw in the catching market, and we're going to be asking the question, has Panini gone too far? So sit back, relax, and enjoy today's Daily Slab. Welcome everyone to the Daily Slab. I am Nate, and our trender for today is going to be Nikola Jokic. So you can see here we've got his SGC 9.5 Donruss 2015 rookie, and it has gone up 174% in the last 6 months. The reason for that, obviously, Jokic was amazing again this year. He didn't win the MVP, but he was 0.2 assists per game away from averaging a triple-double on the season, which is insane for a center. And he is also on fire in the playoffs, leading his Nuggets team 30 plus points a game, 13 plus rebounds, 9 plus assists per game there. So Jokic has been just absolutely incredible in these playoffs, no matter who it's against, including the Suns, who are a very good team. Jokic has been incredible. What I want to bring up here is how kind of interesting the sale price is to me, or the percentage increase is to me in the last 6 months, because you'll be reminded, Jokic won back-to-back MVPs. And then he was amazing again. But the fact that this card increased 174% after winning back-to-back MVPs speaks to the greatness of Nikola Jokic. You would think after that point, cards would already be really high, and it would be hard to move cards up even higher. It'd be a lot more of a long-term type thing. But nope. Jokic back at it, 2015 Donruss base rookie up 174% in 6 months, despite having won back-to-back MVPs. There really is nobody like him in basketball. Very impressive to watch. All right, next up is our post of the day, and I have this one simple question for you. Has Panini gone too far? So you can see a couple of cards here, newly inserted parallels into their optic set this year. And you'll also notice 2 interesting things on the post as well. 1, Electabuzz, some Pokemon of some sort. And 2, I'm sure you all are very familiar with this from the 90s, 2000s, the Taco Bell Cup. You tell me if those don't look exactly like what they're pictured next to. The Pokemon looking like the card, and 100% the Taco Bell Cup looking like the card. I'm pretty sure Panini just looked at the Taco Bell Cup and said, what if we brought that back and put it on an optic card? Personally, I kind of like it because I love Taco Bell, but it is just absurd that this is what we're looking at nowadays, where we're getting Jazz is the Taco Bell Cup parallel, and Electricity is the Pokemon parallel, and this is where we are at with Panini, where they're bringing out parallel after parallel after parallel after parallel, to the point where we have gotten to a Taco Bell Cup as a parallel. Just ridiculous to me. Panini, somehow, they always manage to Panini. No matter what you do, they will manage to do something like this every single time they have a release. It is funny, but it's also sad in a way. And then lastly, we've got who's hot, who's not, and we're looking at the catcher's market, and I've got kind of a philosophical question for you at the end, once we look at everything I'm about to present, okay? So bear with me here. So the top 5 catchers by Fangraphs win above replacement this year are as follows. Adley Rutschman in 5th with 1.0 wins above replacement. William Contreras with 1 win above replacement. Elise Diaz with 1.2 wins above replacement. Jonah Heim with 1.7 wins above replacement. And then Sean Murphy with 2.3 wins above replacement. Now, they're all very good catchers. Now, here are their ages. Sean Murphy's 28 years old. Jonah Heim is 27. Elise Diaz is 32. William Contreras and Adley Rutschman are 25 each, with William Contreras being a month older than Adley Rutschman. So they're all very good catchers. They're all similar ages except for Elise Diaz, who is 32. The rest of them are within 3 years of each other, with Sean Murphy being the old head, but also being the best of the bunch. So they're all very good. They're all pretty young, relatively. 28, 27, 25, 25. But here are their prices. So we're going to start with Adley Rutschman. So his last auto, his last Bowman Chrome auto, was a BGS 9.5 that sold for $305 on the 9th. It's a lot of money for a base auto, but it's Adley Rutschman, right? He was the first overall pick. He is the hopes and dreams of the Baltimore Orioles fan base, and so it makes sense. We know that not always does production equal value in the card market. Sometimes it is popularity, and Adley Rutschman is wildly popular. No doubt about it, Adley Rutschman is the most popular catcher on this list. Now, let's look at the other autos. So you have the BGS 9.5 for $305. Let's look at the other guys ahead of him on this Fangraphs list. He is 5th. And let's look at their values. William Contreras, same age, same win above replacement. You could have gotten a green atomic auto number to 99 PSA 9 for $90. In other words, you could have bought 3 of these and still had $35 left over for shipping or whatever you wanted to do. Elise Diaz, his top sale all time is actually a select Superfractor patch auto. Not much to write home about there. He's a 32-year-old catcher. Of course, nobody's going to be investing in him more than they are in Adley Rutschman. But for the sake of the exercise, that was $150 sold last September. Then you get to Jonah Heim. 27-year-old catcher for the Rangers, doing really well this year. Did pretty well last year. And his top sale all time is a 2021 Gypsy Queen Rookie Black 1 of 1 that sold for $200 on the 7th of November of last year. So $105 less for a rookie 1 of 1 of Jonah Heim than for an Adley Rutschman Bowman Chrome Auto BGS 9.5. Base Auto BGS 9.5. And then Sean Murphy, who again is worth 2.3 wins above replacement. He's the best of the bunch by far. He's only 28 years old. You could have bought a refractor auto number to 499 PSA 10. Not a PSA 9, a PSA 10 for $194.75 on the 10th, a day after the Adley Rutschman sold. So for $110 less dollars, you could have gotten a better card in a better grade. And so the question here is, obviously, we understand a couple of things, right? Elise Diaz is old. You can knock him right out of there. He doesn't really matter for this conversation, but he is in the top 5. You also have former number 1 overall pick, Adley Rutschman. That is a popularity contest, and he wins it from just being the number 1 pick. He also wins it from being the Orioles' hopes and dreams, which we talked about. But when looking at his base auto, BGS 9.5, compared to a green atomic auto of a player with the same Fangraphs wins above replacement and the same age, compared to a Bowman Chrome refractor auto, first auto number to 499 PSA 10, better grade, better card, or better card, worse grade, same age, same win above replacement. Sean Murphy, more wins above replacement, even though he's older. And the question is, is Adley Rutschman a bit too expensive, or are the other guys too cheap? Now, one other caveat I should mention is that William Contreras is on his second team. He's no longer a Brave, he is a Brewer. That does have a slight effect on cards when they're not in their actual uniform, when you're comparing them to Adley Rutschman, who is an Oriole and is in an Oriole uniform on his card. Sean Murphy is no longer an A. He is a Brave, so a similar situation to William Contreras. But when you can buy that Sean Murphy plus a plethora of other cards with the extra $110 you saved, and a better card, better grade, or you can buy 3 green atomic William Contreras PSA 9 autos and have $35 left over, or 1 single base auto Adley Rutschman. Is Adley Rutschman too expensive, or are the other ones too cheap? Because, if Adley Rutschman wasn't the number 1 pick, we're not even having this conversation, likely. Because that's what the number 1 pick did for his values. You're the number 1 pick, your values are insane. Just the way it is. But compared to these other catchers, and I love Adley Rutschman. I would love to have him on my team. I think he is going to be one of the best catchers in the league for years and years and years and years to come, and one of the most valuable players in baseball. But when you're comparing it to the other guys, and the other guys are just as good right now, and their cards are significantly cheaper for better cards, better grades, or worse grades, but significantly better cards, it leaves you kind of scratching your head a little bit and saying, what really is the card market and what are we actually buying here? Because a lot of times it does just come down to a popularity contest, and at that point, I don't know. It's weird. I don't really like it, but let me know what you think about this in the comments below as well. All right, and one last thing. It is the 13th or the 12th today. You have to the 15th to get your SGC orders in. I know it's close, but just mentioning it because if you are close by to Wisconsin, you can probably get it in the mail today, and it will get there by Monday to go out in the SGC submission. If you want to find out more about that for either this 15th submission or the 30th, you can go to slabstox.com/grading to find out more. All right, thank you everyone for watching today's Daily Slab. If you enjoyed this video, please click that like button, and don't forget to hit that subscribe, and I will talk to you tomorrow for the next Daily Slab. See you, everyone.